Hello, I'm Dynas Demir.
Welcomes.
Never shortage of welcomes.
Dinah has made it a tradition to come to my office whenever he brings in people from the US. I can say I am myself part American, or I'm Sierra Leonean American, because I was in America for like 30 years. Went to school there, my children are there, but then I came back home. I love Sierra Leone so much I can't afford to be away. But I'm a practicing lawyer here. I was practicing law in America. I had my office in Atlanta. I practiced for like 12 years before I came back to Sierra Leone. So it's always nice to have you, people wanting to come back. And usually the purpose of your visit here to my office is to tell you a little bit about how the law operates in Sierra Leone. My lawyer here was nice enough to prepare a little brochure, which is an overview of the law in Sierra Leone. So it makes it easier. If you take a look, you browse through it, you determine what you need to know. But it's basically about company, land, company registration, land purchase, and other business opportunities. I'm sure that you've had several talks about those topics, right?
Not yet.
Not yet?
No.
Okay. Well, at least let this be a beginning. Do you want to distribute it? If you take 5 minutes to browse through it and you want to ask any question.
Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Ebun King. This is what I should have done first. A lawyer in Sierra Leone and in America. Back home now, where I belong. Welcome.
And tell them where you got your law degree from.
Oh, okay.
Let them know. The University of Georgia Bulldogs.
Yes, I was already a lawyer in Sierra Leone, as I said, but when I went to America during the war, I wanted to practice law. And I realized that I needed a JD. First, I thought if I had a master's in law, I could just go ahead and practice, you know. So I went to Georgetown University, spent a lot of money to get a master's degree because I had to pay for myself. After all of that, I realized that no, I needed a JD. So I came to Atlanta and I went to UGA.
Go Dogs!
Yes.
Go Dogs!
And that's where I got my JD. And after I finished that, I took the Georgia bar and I practiced. My office was in Stone Mountain. Mm-hmm.
What kind of law did you practice?
Basically, everything. Starting with immigration, adoption, a little bit of real estate. Immigration, I ran into the law when I went to America. I did not have a student visa when I went. The university did not even tell me that I needed a student visa when I went to do my master. So I used to come to Sierra Leone often to visit. On one such visit, I was going back home, and an immigration officer intercepted me at the airport. And he said, "Do you have a student visa?" I said, "No, I don't. I have a visitor's." "Oh man, you need to stand over there." They almost locked me up that day. You know, they had a small cell at the airport, and I spent the night there. Because I was in violation of the law by not having a student visa. So they impounded my passport and put me into deportation proceedings. I was in deportation for 2 years. I was in court. That was when I told myself, I must practice immigration law so that I tell my own people what it is, because it's not easy to practice law in a foreign country. In the first place, my accent is different. It's not easy. And and for those of us who are new and you don't earn more, lawyers are very, very expensive in America. But we will work with our own people, because I know your problem. So that's why immigration law was the first law I practiced. So I practiced immigration and I practiced divorce. But let me give you a little story about the divorce law that I practiced. When I was looking for an office in Atlanta, I did not even have a job. I did not even have money to pay rent. So one day I found this very nice office on a raised road. I was moving in, then this lady came to me. I saw her walking up and down the corridor. I said, "Lady, are you looking for something?" She said, "Yes. I have a lawyer and he was on this floor." I said, "Well, no, he's no longer here. I am here. So can I help you?" Say, "Well, I want a divorce." I said, "I'm a divorce lawyer." That was the first case I I said, "I'm a divorce lawyer. Come in, let us talk." So she came into my office. As soon as she sat down, she started crying. I was with that woman for 2 years. She told me that she was married. Then her husband just walked out on her. They had a child that was handicapped. At the time she came to me for divorce, the child was 28 years old. I said, "Well, why didn't you divorce him all this year?" She said, "I thought he will come back." 28 years.
Oh.
I was with her throughout the divorce. She did not pay me a cent, but I am happy I was able to help her. So that's how I got into divorce and immigration. The rest is history. Welcome. Have you looked at those papers?
So what income would be taxed for people who are retired? Is it just employment income that's taxed, or would retirement income also be taxed?
Judy, can you answer that question?
Well, if you go on the taxation,
Yes.
yes, you see we have different type of tax. We have corporate, personal, goods, and property tax. For us here, retirement is mostly not, what should I say?
We don't
Yes.
have retirement like
We
you
don't
do
have
in
retirement
America.
like, yes.
That's enforceable.
So I think we'll have to find a solution for if you want to invest or come and settle in Sierra Leone.
Are you looking at investing with your retirement income?
No, I was just wondering if you had to pay personal income tax on retirement income.
I don't believe so, no. No. In fact, I think our retirement laws are just about being built up. We do not have any laid down policies as such. We take it on a case by case basis.
Yes.
The personal income tax is just based on income that is made in Sierra Leone, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We are not going to tax your American income. It's not like America. Yes. Who they tax income wherever you make it. If you are an American, no, we don't do that.
It's not here, but what about health care for people who are retired but move here? Is that something, how does that work?
I think you have to work with your own insurance scheme from the US. Yes. I have insurance from the US and they cover me here. But okay, right now they are beginning to have, companies are beginning to offer insurance, but it's usually under your employer.
Yes.
If you work for a company that offers insurance, then they will cover you. But here, it's very much you paying for your own insurance.
You have the NACIT if you worked under the government system or you're working here, you have the National Security Agency. That's after retirement, they give you your benefits.
But they don't provide health insurance.
No, they don't.
Mm-mm. Health insurance is more or less up to you and whoever you choose. You and your doctors.
Yes.
You know, we do not have a well built up system whereby the doctors or the
No welfare system.
no welfare. We don't have.
And for investing, if you're a non-citizen, you don't get loans. But if you're a citizen, do you get loans? If they're like,
If you're a non-citizen,
you can't get loans, but for a citizen, you can get loans.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't get loan if you're a non-citizen because they have
you can
to
get loans for the interest rates are
interests are high.
very high.
What's the most popular real estate investment opportunities that you're seeing now in Sierra Leone?
Well, you buy land, you build a house, you rent it. That's more or less what people do. You know?
I see the property taxes are determined by the local council. What is the average, just on average, on what those percentages look like?
Well, we have a city council that they give the percentage. For example, if you have a property here, they have to value it, and based on that, you pay your tax.
Is there an average, like, range of usually what that looks like?
It's around, I think, 10-15%.
I think it's 10%.
Yeah, but the new Finance Act is.
Oh, the new, but that's not going into effect yet.
So let me ask a question again about healthcare, because I know I'm retired, and I know that if I were to tell my previous employer that I was moving, I'd lose my insurance. It's not like I can carry my California insurance here to Sierra Leone. But if I didn't tell them I was moving, they'd allow me to carry it for I could be carried for 6 months, but then I'd have to go back home and be there for a little while, and then come back for another 6 months, because otherwise I'd lose my insurance. And so in that case, there's no welfare system here, but is there an insurance system here that can be paid for monthly? Okay, so that I could pay for monthly to be covered for medical,
Yes.
dental, and vision and stuff like that.
Yes, you have several own insurance companies. We have National
Okay.
NIC. We have insurance companies that you pay private.
Private insurance, yes. Okay.
Well, follow up on that, what's the estimated cost per month for that insurance? Because most of us who are retired would not be able to bring insurance coverage from the States. So what would be the estimated cost per month for that coverage?
It definitely will not be as expensive as you.
Yeah,
It will
that's
be as
true.
expensive, and we cannot tell you I cannot now, unless I have to check.
we just wanted to guess.
Well, it depends on your condition also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so that you must have a physical, you must be vetted physically before they will write an insurance policy for you, is what you're saying?
Yes, correct.
Okay, all right. Regarding the banking here, I see, what do you have to do if you're an individual? I only see here notice about business account. Are individuals allowed to open bank accounts here if you are not a citizen?
Well, you are a citizen now.
They still up in the air.
Yes, but yes, you can
Yes,
open
you
a
can
bank
open.
account.
What requirements would there be to open one?
You have
You have to have your documents notarized.
your
For
IDs,
Yes.
So, some sort of ID, any other documents?
address,
Address.
Address.
proof of
Address.
address, proof of the
Oh.
kind of things that you need in
Okay,
the US
all
to
right,
open
all
an
right.
account.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
if we aren't able to leave as citizens this trip, are we able to, like through an immigration lawyer, apply for our citizenship? I mean, obviously everybody here can prove that we have lineage here in Sierra Leone, but are we able through an immigration lawyer to apply for citizenship?
You have to be here to apply for it because you have to be sworn in.
Right.
You've already been sworn in.
No.
No. Oh, why?
We don't know.
Laws, we do have to contribute to the Social Security. We do have to contribute Social Security to employees, right? Like pay for, what is it, the National Social Security and insurance?
But that's when they start working.
But when they start working, we have to contribute to that.
And you would have like people to help you around your home? Or if you rented a place here and you had people to help you around your home, are they subject to employment taxes? Do you have to pay taxes on household assistance?
Like a person to come in and keep your house clean.
Like if I had a
housekeeper.
Yeah, like a live-in housekeeper, would you be required to pay employment taxes for that person?
That I know
Yes.
now.
Of course.
Yes?
Yes, so I would have to get ID number through the through the agency, and I would have to file monthly for any payments that I made to somebody working in my home.
Yes, of course.
Okay, and the minimum wage is 600,000 per month.
Yes.
Okay,
Please don't go by that. Minimum wage, 600,000 per month. That's how many dollars? 15?
oh, I know, I knew,
600.
yeah, I was gonna calculate the,
Okay.
Yeah, I
But
was-
that is for local staff.
Local
And 600
staff,
leones.
600 leones.
For local
There's some
staff.
type of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they I think use the old
Old
money. Yeah, the old money.
calculation.
Yeah.
so what
It should
is
be
it?
600 leones, something like.
Like
Like $10.
Oh, so it's 600?
no, that's like
Let's say
$30. Like $30.
$30.
Yeah, it's like $30.
okay.
Yeah, if even that, like 30, like
Okay,
25,
so I need
$30.
to
Yeah.
divide this by,
24. Well, that's the black market rate.
Yes.
24.
no,
By 10,000.
by 10,000 to get to the 600 when they change. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so it's 600. That's what you meant. Don't go by this. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Quick question, are we able to start a bank from, as being non-citizens in Sierra Leone, or?
Yeah.
To start a bank?
Bank account.
Bank account,
Oh,
yeah.
bank account. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Bank
we can have
account.
residency.
But you'll need, you need guarantor, you need an address.
Oh, yes.
Local address.
And usually your attorney's office would serve as your address.
Oh, okay. That'll work.
So I just met my attorney.
Yeah, right?
And now, what is, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, and worst case scenarios, if we had to pay you for the citizenship, right? Is it a local bank? Could we send the money from our home to that local bank and then somehow pay you with that, or no?
Well, when we come to that, I'll let you know how to pay me. I have a bank in America.
Okay.
Yes, I have Wells Fargo and one other bank.
Okay. We'll work with that. All right.
Okay, and what is the Social Security tax rate?
It's a compulsory tax rate where every employee must pay.
What is it? What's the rate?
The rate is 10%.
10% of whatever your payment is, and you
Yes.
pay it. Okay,
Yes, of course.
gotcha.
And I know that property taxes are by area, by district.
By area.
Um,
So is it by area or
Not by
by
area,
tax?
it's flat rate by percentage. 10%
10%?
for the consideration of the property.
So 10% of the value of the property.
Yes.
Of course.
Annually?
That's what it says annually.
We don't
And
one pay.
So it's not each
And
year?
the annual rent comes from the city council, city
Yes.
rates. If you buy this property, you pay 10%, finish.
Oh.
Then, but every year you pay the city rates. You only pay city rates for the property.
So you pay the taxes up front?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know exactly what you mean then. Okay.
What? I have no idea what you just said.
So if you buy the property,
Buy the property.
yes,
Okay.
you pay 10%. tax to the government.
Okay.
After that, every year you pay just the city rate. You don't pay any tax anymore for the
You pay the
property.
You own the property, so now you don't have to pay the
You
taxes.
pay what?
City
City
rate.
rate.
Council,
City rate,
oh,
okay.
yes, council.
That's
Okay.
your water, electricity, stuff like that.
Is that what city
No, it's
rate?
not the water,
It's not the
electricity.
Y'all don't do the water?
No,
Okay.
No, that's a
That's
tax, it's a
different.
tax, it's a
Okay.
city tax,
Yeah.
right?
City
Yeah.
tax,
It's
yes.
a, you pay the city tax, okay,
It's a
Right.
city tax.
right,
Yes.
okay,
How much
gotcha.
would it be in free tax, city tax?
The
They will,
council sets,
value your house. Then they will give you the price.
yeah, the council sets that.
So is it a percentage of the value of your house?
Yes.
And I guess he's asking what approximately that percentage would be.
Yes.
Yes.
10%.
It's 10% of, let's say if you buy the house, let's say $1,000, 10% of that 1,000.
$100.
But I thought that was the one, that would be the city tax?
City tax.
That
No.
would be the one
One
time
time.
One
when
time
you
tax.
are buying
Right, but
property.
what then is the annual city tax rate?
Or the city,
It depends to
It
the
depends on
property.
the property.
They will come and
have to
evaluate.
evaluate.
Okay, so it's not like it's they base the value of the house, and it's not like they do a percentage of the value because, okay, I got it.
No, they send their valuation team. There is it. That's the office. They
Uh-huh.
will come and value the house,
Mhm.
and based on the value of the house, that is how you pay the rent. They will
Okay.
estimate the rate
Okay.
that you pay every year.
Okay,
The city rate.
understood.
is it a percentage or just kind of like a flat rate type of? Like they just
Because in the States, if they value my house at $50,000, then everybody in the jurisdiction, regardless of what your house is valued at, they would be charged maybe 1.5% of their value. So I'd be charged 1.5% of 50, he'd be charged 1.5% of 75. And we were asking if there was a 1.5 variable here.
No, as
Okay.
you have seen around, you will see in Freetown here,
Mhm.
you will see a big mansion. Then next to it, you will see a tiny little house.
Okay,
So you cannot base so they use different.
they're using different formulas
Yes,
based on,
yes.
okay, thank you.
What does the city tax include? Does it include like utilities and
No,
things?
utilities, those are different. Utilities are your water, your electricity, and waste. Yes, those are utilities. City rate is just on the land of the building, and that money goes to the city council.
Are utilities monthly or are they yearly?
Utilities, just like America, they are monthly. But then it depends on what you consume, you know.
Any further questions? Queries?
What, for the, like for instance, I'm married. Would my husband be able to apply for permanent residency or citizenship through me if I were to get citizenship here?
We have different rules for citizenship based on marriage.
I think if the husband had citizenship, they can, but I don't think the husband can through the wife. I think that's how. You're the lawyers. Let me stop. You're the lawyers.
If I'm in Sierra Leone and I get married to a Nigerian, the Nigerian can apply to me citizenship. You understand?
For citizenship.
Yes.
Justifying that there is a marriage.
There is a
between
marriage
me and
between
her.
the two of us.
But there is certain criteria
Criteria.
that you must, you know.
Yeah.
And then I think that I don't know if it's 5 years or so.
Mhm.
You
I
have
think
to-
you have to
You have to be of good character. You have to pay your taxes, you know, and you have to apply. And then the application is different. Your own application now for citizenship is purely based on your DNA. But that other type of citizenship is based on the marriage, and you have to prove the marriage.
and say for kids and say for like relatives or say we have a kid is because we got citizenship before they were born or somebody was, are they able to apply for it too, or is it do they have to do the same thing in terms of citizenship?
The children is easy. Like yeah, children is easy.
Okay.
Any other questions? Just got really quiet.
You have to be married for 5 years or live here for 5 years to be a citizen for your husband.
To your husband? You have to be married to the husband because the citizenship you are applying is to your husband.
And you said something about 5 years. You have to be married to him for 5 years.
No, I was talking about American.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For America, you need to be married for, in fact, 3 years or 5 years. Yes. For here, you have certain criteria. I'm not too sure of the exact number, but you know. Yeah.
Could you, I'm sorry, last question. Could you just talk a little bit more about like the tax incentives for investments, like I see energy and manufacturing. Could you talk more about that? What type of incentives?
Tax rates. Or tax incentives. Yeah,
Especially since for businesses, especially when you are agriculture.
well, they will set the standard for you. It depends on your proposal. When you come with your proposal, if you want to invest in agriculture, maybe energy, it's based on your proposal that they will give you the tax that you're supposed to pay. It's something they calculate. But you have to pay tax for that anything in agriculture or energy. Understand?
What was it?
Yeah.
Brandy?
Depends on the project.
Same thing, depends on the project?
We had like
Okay.
And then they set.
Okay.
So what about solar panel?
Yeah, like farming energy. Is it are there taxes on it?
Well, if you put them back into a container, you understand they're coming. If you have paid the tax that you don't have to pay tax when you bring them up. It depends on how you are coming with them. Okay, so that if you put them in a cargo, you pay the tax at the key. That's all. But when you're coming to the store, you will come and ask you to pay tax for it. You understand?
Real estate in America,
And they give you exemption when you sleep at
right.
night.
Yes.
We don't use loans. Any more questions? But how do you like Sierra Leone Freetown so far? From your first
I didn't see much of it. I didn't see much of
Not
We're
really.
not a whole lot, we just got here, what, yesterday, day before?
what did you say?
Day before.
Day before.
Where you all staying?
Radisson Blue.
Okay. In the same
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
So you had a nice view. We saw you all up there. How was it?
Radisson Blue is a nice hotel. Freetown is nice. Sierra Leone is nice, yeah. You know.
The hills and the valleys and
We need to clean up the city a little.
a lot.
If someone had a commercial pressure washing business, they'd make.